to the 5th edition of Caltex Video Magazine. Get ready for another trip around the world with Caltex. I'm your host, Gloria Barron.
Coming up, we'll take a look at Caltex Aviation Fueling, an overview of technology transfer, the Worldwide Employee Survey, and the Year in Review.
On January 12th, Caltex Chairman David Law Smith gave the annual State of the Company address to Dallas employees. Questions were taken at the end of the presentation.
For instance, we read yesterday China has increased their imports of crude oil by 68% in the first 10 months of this year. Products marginally. That tells you something.
Now here's Chief Financial Officer Mac McCauley elaborating on the financial performance.
In many respects, the year 95 was a difficult year for a large number of our operations. While we put a very respectable $589 million on the bottom line, I'd have to hasten to add that fully $183 million of that was in non-recurring rollover of assets in Japan. This left us about $406 million in net income. Caltex has probably an overarching financial objective of creating sustainable increases in shareholder value. That, I think, is the primary objective that we should have from a financial viewpoint. Inherent in that, of course, is the objective of being a growing company, the objective of being an effective competitor in the markets that we operate in. If you look at our return on capital employed, which was slightly over 8%, our return to stockholders' equity is slightly over 10%. They were vastly under the targets we would like to have of a respectable 12% on return on capital employed and 15% on stockholders' equity. Looking ahead to 96, we hope that our earnings are going to be appreciably ahead of the levels we achieved in 95. A lot of that is going to depend upon attaining refining margin levels that are above the levels we experienced in 95.
Aviation fueling is a vital part of Caltex's operations. 60,000 barrels of fuel are sold daily for international flights. Aviation is also responsible for evaluating new fueling locations and is currently looking at opportunities in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, and at international airports in India. Let's take a look at aviation operations in Dubai.
From fueling a Concorde jetliner on a record-breaking journey to refueling Royal Government flights, the Aviation Fueling Center at Dubai International Airport continues to ensure that Caltex is the brand of choice for the region. Last year in August, Air France chose Caltex Dubai as one of only 6 refueling stops for a record-breaking round-the-world flight. The Concorde refueled in Dubai while setting the new world record, circling the globe in just over 31 hours.
The flight was here at Dubai on the 16th of August and was refueled in a record 27 minutes with 25,000 gallons of jet fuel.
Caltex Aviation Services fueling operations at Dubai International Airport play an important strategic role for aviation traffic through the Middle East. This is a fueling point for a multitude of commercial, cargo, and passenger flights, as well as royal flights for the government of Dubai. Much of the refueling at this airport happens at night.
Yes, this is the peak time between midnight and 3 in the morning, where most aircraft are refueled at this airport. At this point in time, there are about 25 aircraft being serviced.
As aircraft taxi up and are fueled, fueling operators ensure that the product is consistent in quality and then safely loaded on the plane. This service is the pride of Caltex operations worldwide and has reached the highest of technical and safety standards in the industry.
Not only we are the first one in the Caltex system to obtain the ISO 9000 accreditation, but we are the first one in the entire Middle East to obtain that, and we're very proud to have done that.
Soon a pipeline connecting Dubai with the Jebel Ali terminal will be completed, ensuring a safe and consistent fuel supply to the airport.
This will be a 10-inch, 54 kilometers pipeline. This pipeline will be able to meet the entire requirement of Dubai Airport for the next 25 years.
In a land steeped in history and destined for growth, Caltex is helping to strengthen safety and efficiency standards for international air travel with their success in Dubai.
Meeting the challenges of growth in Asia. This was the topic of addresses given by Chairman David Law Smith at the first annual Indian Oil and Gas Conference in New Delhi and the Pacific Economic Cooperation Council in China. Let's go to Beijing.
The conferences in New Delhi and Beijing were attended by business and government leaders. In his remarks, Law Smith stressed the need for shared vision among partners, Caltex's joint venture success, its leading-edge know-how, and its commitment to long-term performance. With the growing economic potential of the Asia-Pacific region, Caltex is actively seeking partnerships that will benefit the company and serve the soaring needs of these regions for fuel and lubrication products. Ample energy supplies are vital to achieve the higher living standards to which these countries aspire. In December, Caltex announced that it will form a joint venture corporation with Shantou Ocean Enterprises to build China's largest liquefied petroleum gas terminal, with 8 tank truck bays, 2 mine caverns, and 3 ocean berths in Shantou City, Guangdong Province. The terminal is scheduled to start operations in 1998. And Caltex has returned to India, forming a partnership with IBP India. This alliance, IBP Caltex Limited, combines the marketing of Caltex brand lubrication oils with the retail network supplied by IBP.
In today's competitive environment, rapid access to information is not just an advantage, it's a necessity. Caltex Services Corporation has an ongoing commitment to provide the vital technological information that will keep Caltex ahead of the game. Here's an overview of these programs.
The Document Management Symposium Special Interest Group, or DMS-SIG, piloted last year, has been exploring electronic group collaboration in the area of document management. Keith Whitehouse is a senior specialist in information technology.
We would typically be looking at all sorts of documents. We have a need to control documents, for example, training documents in refineries. There'll be customer documents, legal documents, engineering specifications.
The DMS-SIG provides an arena where best practices can be shared across Caltex, from Caltex shareholders and others in the petrochemical industry. There are many advantages to electronic group collaboration. Information is stored in an electronic file cabinet that is accessible to users 24 hours a day, making it time zone independent. It minimizes the need for travel and consolidates data in one place. It allows easy access for word and subject search capabilities. It's a secure way to provide consistent information across the user groups. To orient users to the program, a 13-minute tutorial called ScreenCam is available. With Lotus Notes, information as well as communication is a two-way street. Users can add additional information to the existing database, creating technical synergy, improved interaction, regulatory compliance, faster access, and higher productivity. To better serve Caltex's complex engineering needs, a central electronic library has been established at the Dallas office. Ed Walton is the Document Control Administrator in Technology Transfer.
Basically, I have 2 functions here at Caltex Services Corporation. One is to locate information, and the other is to acquire and organize that information so that the engineers can locate the information for themselves at their desktop without having to actually walk into this room and find information the old-fashioned way.
The library has purchased a CD-ROM index of international industry standards for engineering use. The Worldwide Standards Index is available to all field companies and is updated several times a year. Hugh Crowther is the project manager for engineering and construction.
In the past, maintaining the paper volumes was an extremely cumbersome and expensive business. By utilizing the expertise of the publishing industry, by applying the latest techniques, we estimate we've cut the production cost by 75%. That cost saving also represents a saving in time, which means that we can get updated material to our customers much quicker and cheaper than we were able to do before.
While rewriting these standards, Caltex utilized the digital advantage, and now the 2,000 pages of text and 800 drawings are also available on CD-ROM. Karen Early is the Technical Publication Specialist in Technology Transfer.
Obviously, there are many advantages to producing a CD-ROM over a paper version. For instance, there are over 800 standard forms and drawings here. The CD contains these so that you can view them, but you can also have access to the data sheets as well, and you can link them to intelligent CAD systems as well. You can be sure when you've performed a search that you've found every item related to that topic. And something that might have taken you hours to do in the past, you can find in just a matter of a few seconds.
For more information on the library systems, or to find out how to qualify for the Caltex engineering specifications under your specific technical service agreement, please contact the Technology Transfer Department. And for more information on the DMS SIG or other special interest groups, contact the Information Technology Department. In the news, Caltex announced the sale of its interest in the Nippon Petroleum Refining Company.
Nippon Oil Company and Caltex Petroleum Corporation of the U.S. have announced they will dissolve their capital tie-up. By March next year, Nippon Oil will purchase the stocks held by Caltex for $2 billion.
The sale will enable Caltex to allocate more of its assets to activities in areas with high growth potential.
Caltex will continue its Japanese interest in oil trading and the Core Oil Company. In a move toward privatization, Sri Lanka President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunge presented the employees of Lanka Lubricants with 10% of the company's shares. Caltex is a joint venture partner in Lanka Lubes with a 51% interest.
Firstly, from an economic perspective, Lanka Lubricants has proved to be very successful. We've, in a very short time, brought the standards up of the company up to international standards. It's financially sound. It has a very bright future.
The government has placed its remaining 39% shareholding on the Colombo stock market. In Thailand, construction on the SPRC refinery is 93% complete. The refinery will be generating steam and power in January, and startup is scheduled for May. In preparation, extensive testing is taking place on pipelines and electrical systems.
Okay, now 100%. Okay, one side, 50% now. Give me 75%.
Environmental safeguards and safety equipment, like these fire trucks, are in place.
You want to use the foam.
And after many months of hard work, the first shipment of crude oil was unloaded into Star Petroleum's offshore pipeline. In quality news, Caltex Hong Kong Fuels Terminal was certified to ISO 9002 for total fuels operations, including LPG bottling operations. In an October ceremony, 10 Caltex employees became members of the Quarter Century Club. This club honors their 25th anniversary with the company. Many thanks for their loyal service to Caltex. Dallas employees gathered for a holiday celebration in December. Festivities included words from the chairman.
Enjoy this festive season and uncork some ambition in the new year. God bless you.
Quality awards were presented with the Diamond Cluster Award going to Ann Leonard. A new honor, the Caltex Quality Executive of the Year Award, was presented to CSC President Fred Stanmeyer.
This is the best thing that could ever happen. Thank you very much, everyone.
This award is given for leadership, extending empowerment to others, vision, innovation, and being proactive. In March of this year, Caltex will conduct a worldwide employee survey. It will be the first time for such a project, and your participation in this survey is vital. Here's David Law-Smith to tell us more about this important undertaking.
On September 1st, I sent a message to all Caltex employees, which was distributed through the chief field executives of our operating companies. In that message, it was announced that Caltex would be conducting its first worldwide employee survey in a few months. I would like to update you on the status of this project and to share with you my thoughts on this most important undertaking. To me, the strategic purpose of Caltex can be summed up in 3 words: people, service, and value. And you will hear more on this theme over the next several months. As I said in my message, you and an effective organization are the keys to the long-term success of Caltex. Through you, we will provide the superior customer service which is necessary to attain job enrichment and to create value for all participants in the business. In order to continuously improve customer service and increase value, we need to know how we can help each employee reach his or her full potential. The Worldwide Employee Survey is one step in this process. During September, International Survey Research conducted focus groups and interviews with a sample of employees in 8 representative countries, comprising approximately 5% of our global workforce. At these focus groups, employees from all levels in the company expressed their views on issues which are important to them. The individual comments during these sessions are kept confidential from the company, and the collective output from this process was used to develop the draft questionnaire. This questionnaire will be distributed to all employees in March 1996. The input from around the world was essential to ensure that the survey truly covers the issues of importance to Caltex employees, and I would like to thank each of you who participated in this focus group process. As we approach the distribution date for the Worldwide Employee Survey, you will receive additional information and feedback from the Chief Executive of your company on how the survey will be administered locally. The members of your Board of Directors and I are equally committed to ensuring that the survey process will keep your individual responses strictly confidential. We're also committed to addressing all strategically important issues based upon the feedback from you and other employees around the world. For this process to be successful, each employee must take the time to participate and share his or her views for us to continue to achieve a competitive position that is admired in our industry and by investors. It is important to have your assessment of where we are today and how we can improve through people, service, value in the future. As you are aware, our competitors are not standing still. I would thus encourage you to fully participate in the Caltex Worldwide Employee Survey and thank you for your participation in this critical endeavor.
In the past year, Caltex Video Magazine has covered the changes and growth of the company that you are part of. To wrap up this edition, let's take a look at the Caltex Year in Review. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gloria Barron. Caltex Video Magazine is going to be your pipeline to this exciting, ever-changing international company of ours. Chairman Pat Ward helps us chart the course for this new video venture.
Today you're going to see something called Caltex Video Magazine. It's something new. We've never tried it before. You should look at this video and this magazine as yours.
Jim McGee, Team Manager, Newman Haas Racing.
can't believe that the time has come now and that it's been 47 years.
It's a humbling experience to be asked to take over the leadership of a company like Caltex.